Hi there, doing all the things. In this video, I am vlogging my very first time getting my long-term food storage going. Under some kind of control, some kind of system. We're doing it. I've got the buckets. I've got tons of stuff I bought in bulk. Got the Mylar bags, got the oxygen absorbers, got a lot. And I got a lot of resources for you. First, I've got to pull everything together. I also need an iron, like a clothes iron. What even is this? And yeah, hopefully I have what I need, but then I was reading I needed an iron and I thought, and you'll see what we use the iron for, but let's go down here and see if we can find one. I feel like this is more buckets than I ordered. I don't know, maybe I ordered 20. I thought I ordered 10. It's looking like 20. We'll count them. Let's count the buckets and see. Well, there are these amazing, I think you say it, gamma lids. These are not them. Those have just been hard to find. So I think when I ordered it, I could not find any available. But these are lids. They'll work. Zion brings me gifts. Wow. Wow. Doing well. We got an iron. Again, this will come into play. I'm gonna start wiping down some buckets and count them and remember how many I got. So what I did this spring, got some good books off of Amazon. One of them that caught my eye was called A Year Without the Grocery Store. Author Karen Morris. I didn't know Karen before I ordered a book, but I ordered a book and I read it and it was amazing, very helpful. It says a step-by-step guide to acquiring, organizing, and cooking food storage. A Year Without the Grocery Store. So, since I read her book, I invited her to come into the Large Family Table community. She's been one of my Ninja Mom expert special guests, and she did a whole like 32-minute class for us on short-term and long-term food storage. Anyway, I encourage you, if you're interested in short-term and long-term food storage and all of this, the book will be linked below. You can get it off of Amazon. I got mine within a week of ordering it. So with her directions in mind, and again, even before I ever emailed her or talked to her, I went ahead, read her book, step by step, ordered buckets. Now she does have ideas in here on how to get free and cheap buckets. I won't spoil that for you. I'll let you read that for yourself. But I found these buckets on Walmart.com. I got a whole lot of them. Like I said, I couldn't remember whether I had gotten 10 or 20, but I'm thinking, there's a Star Wars guy down there too. Kids have dropped stuff in it. And I've also, over my last few grocery hauls at Sharp Shopper, now she talks about going to special food storage canneries in here and other locations. My local Sharp Shopper, again, those are in Virginia and Pennsylvania, has a lot of bulk food. Also, you can look for Amish grocery stores. I know my friend from this Roth tribe, she has one in Michigan she goes to. So there's places that you can go for bulk food, but from Sharp Shopper for almost 20 years now, I've been getting the 25-pound bags of oatmeal, 25 pounds of brown rice. That is my assistant Zion cutting a board for me because we also need a 2x4 for this project. You can get wheat berries, you can get salt, you can get sugar, you can get various flours, lots of good things in bulk. But the oatmeal and the sugar and the flour and what was the other thing now? Oh, the brown rice. Those have been my staples that I've bought there for years. Now, with all the things going on in our world, some folks asked me if my local Sharp Shopper had any limits. I didn't go to grocery stores for a while. And then when I first went back to Sharp Shopper, it was probably, I mean, you'd know here by my grocery hauls, end of April or beginning of May-ish. They had flats there of 20-pound bags of rice for, I think they were $17.99, which was high. But now all that rice is marked down to like $12.99 and $10.99. Anyway, all that to say, I don't remember limits at Sharp Shopper. There have been limits, of course, at Walmart and Aldi, and I understand why there's limits. I'm fine with the limits. I'm just saying Sharp Shopper is a place that has markdowns from things that don't sell in the store within a certain time. I've talked to one of their grocery buyers before. He messaged me on Facebook and he liked my Sharp Shopper video. So he was explaining to me that they go in and I think they bid on the groceries or they bid on vegetables and different things. Okay, that doesn't get to the bulk food I get there. That is not marked down from a grocery store. The science behind Sharp Shopper, probably talking too much about a company that I don't actually know. I'm just a faithful, like, Sharp Shopper evangelist. They've had all this bulk food. So I'm gonna use that as my base for my long-term food storage. Okay, I better get cleaning buckets while I talk to you or y'all gonna fall asleep. According to Karen's directions in her book, I bought buckets and I bought the Mylar bags. Now Karen, and that's my Instant Pot going because I'm also trying to do some homemade goat cheese in the Instant Pot. That'll be another video you'll see at some point in life, but I'm experimenting with that. My plan is going through steps in Karen's book, which you can get her book and read her steps in great detail. We're gonna line up these buckets. I'm gonna get my Mylar bags in them. We're gonna open up various bulks of food. We're gonna get the food in the buckets. I'm going to use this board and my iron to help seal the Mylar bags. We are also going to throw an oxygen absorber in each one. Now again, in Karen's book, she goes through all the different dangers of storage and what you have to look out for, but I like the way that she explained it. It was helpful. Now, one thing I was thinking about, I mentioned in a recent video how I had got brown rice in bulk and I was gonna store it, and how I had got some whole wheat flour. And of course, those items in particular, the whole wheat flour and the brown rice, they do not store long-term very well, but I still might be able to store them for a few years. Again, I am vlogging this journey with you. Obviously, I am not an expert. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. Several of you have told me when I've mentioned long-term food storage that over on Parsnips and Persephone, I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but they're another large homeschool family who has been vlogging for years here on YouTube. They do quite a bit with long-term food storage, and I know Gilbrook Farm has videos on it. I will link you videos below. Like a lot of things, I've read a book, I've listened to Karen's video on it, I've read a few articles. I don't have any other time to research. I gotta get this done. I've got food that could potentially have been sitting too long waiting for this, so I need to jump in and do it. And of course, label my boxes appropriately. And then I'll circle back and read more about it. I need to learn about cycling through it. I mean, obviously, many of these things that I'm hoping to store today, the idea is it's 20 to 30 year food storage. That's what I'm trying to do. However, there's some things like the brown rice and the whole wheat flour I need to label, and those I will be using up. I don't know if I'm going to use them in the next year or two. I'm going to find out. I don't know yet how to properly check in on and rotate, and maybe with my regular King Arthur flour, I need to use that in 5 years. I just don't know. But here's what I do know. I do want a food storage room full of vegetables that we have canned, meat that we have canned and preserved and raised on our own, and buckets full of items that I would love to have long term. I want that. And these say food grade containers on them, by the way. I think it's something I can learn about and I can do. And I don't know the full process, so again, you tell me. I probably won't be able to answer too many questions on it. I'm just sharing the journey, and this is what I'm doing. So let's see if we can count my buckets here. 4, yeah, so that's 10, so I must have ordered 20. Now, my order was like $93, so you can do the math on what it was per bucket. I know at Tractor Supply, I saw buckets and lids, and they were $3.29 each. But again, in Karen's book, she'll tell you how to get them free and cheap. I'm concerned that I don't have lids for all of them. I may be getting 10 more lids. In fact, Travis is out now, of course. We had ordered some stainless steel water buckets for the animals. Can you get me bucket lids at Tractor Supply? Question mark. Are you still there? Question mark. My plan today was to do 10 buckets. I didn't think I had 20. So now I'm also questioning, I wonder if I ordered 10 buckets and 10 lids and they accidentally sent me 20. I'm also wondering, did they charge me for 20? I don't know. Things I'll have to look into. I don't think I have enough food for 20. If I have 20 buckets, and if my man can pick me up some more lids, then we're good. A blog post I was reading briefly was on, I think it's called Preparedness Mama, and it was about storing flour for 20 to 30 years. Now, I'll link her blog post below. She was saying that what she does, especially if she knows she's going to use her flour, again, I'll let you read it, but she, in this article, divided her flour up in gallon-sized Ziploc bags and stored them that way. And that way she can open a bucket and pull out a bag at a time. That makes sense. I'm probably gonna do mine a couple different ways. Just like growing my potatoes, I like to do things different ways. But anyway, I liked that, and she said if she's gonna have a bucket full and if she knows she's gonna use that flour within a year, she won't even put in an oxygen absorber. So, your miles may vary. I'll post that link below. In doing your long-term food storage, you'll want to set up an area. So we are gonna clear this table. Gonna get all 10 buckets on here. Move my book, move my stuff. Are you guys getting lots of reading done this summer? I mean, you get done what you wanna get done. We are not getting done reading like how I like to get done reading, but we are setting up a farm and doing other things. As I pick up those books, I feel a wave of guilt that yet again, we were trying to read The Hiding Place, and yet again, I think it's been a week since I picked it up. Some real mama life for you. Let me show you stuff I found on sale lately. Aren't these fun? Little coasters, we got strawberries, we got cherries. Tractor Supply needs to contact me for brand sponsorship. Joking, not. Anyway, I'm in there at least twice a month. I went in the other night to load up on animal feed, and they had just a bunch of cute houseware stuff. I think these were $3 a piece. They're breakable, they're ceramic, they're trivets. Without these, I put towels on the table, and I'll put, a reheated freezer meal or pot of soup, pot of oatmeal, whatever hot food on the towel. But these make it super cute, and actually the kids have started to take these. Benjamin, last night we had a bedtime snack. He put this in front of him. He set his bowl of applesauce on it. It ain't like that. It's cute, the stuff that they think is cute, right? And for $3, we all can be happy and have cute things. All right. Don't need to do the iron yet. It won't be tonight like real time with this video. June 25th, when I'm filming this evening, we have author Karen Morris in the private Large Family Table Facebook community. She is going to do a live chit chat with us. She's gonna answer members' different long-term food storage questions. She just has some interesting stories and some examples. I'm looking at my ceiling like, how are there footprints up there? What would that? These are tall ceilings. It's like with kids, the things that make you go, Okay, anyway, she's gonna be answering questions. So if you are in the Large Family Table community, and if you missed that, you can go back to our private Facebook group and you will see the slew of questions. If you are not in the Large Family Table community, then I encourage you to join me now. I opened the Large Family Table community in January. It was open for a few weeks. I had a nice group of ladies join me, and for the last 6 months, we've done so much. There are exclusive videos with me. There's a new private Facebook group, but we're not Facebook dependent. That's just for extra fun. There's live cooking coming up with me every month. I also bring in a special Ninja Mom expert level guest, just like I had Karen come and chat it up all about short-term and long-term food storage. I've also had ladies come in and teach about beginning sourdough and all the things, all the amazingness that you can do with sourdough. We've had other moms come in, and one of my friends I was talking to the other night about her coming in 1 month this fall, she said, wow, I would love to add the title of Ninja Mom Expert to my resume. Instant pot freezer meals. We've done a ton with a slow cooker. Grocery budget savings. One of my guests is a vegetarian. Instead of meat, she uses beans, and how that works in her family. She's got 10 kids. The neat thing is we are truly a community. We don't all match. There are ladies in there with less kids than I have. It's not about a family number, but here I am calling it all Large Family Table. It's just where we landed, folks. It's just where we landed. Anywho, there's families in there that are smaller than my particular family of 10 with 9 still at home. There's empty nesters in there. There's moms with 2 or 3 kids. There are international families in there. We have several families that have more kids. So it's a really neat variety. There are different dietary needs represented in there. just a lot. We have a whole lot of fun. So membership, you know, I'm ringing my pom-poms. Ringing them, shaking them, whatever you do with pom-poms. I didn't make cheerleading, what can I say? But I'm shaking my pom-poms and I'm saying largefamilytablecommunity.com is now open. And annual membership is over 65% off. You have to click the first link in the description below and join me over at largefamilytablecommunity.com while it is this amazing deal for a limited time. Got it? You in? You almost in? You coming in? Okay. Now to find my Mylar bags. I have been storing things. So these are my poultry shrink bags. I'm doing my first meat bird butchering at this property with these birds on Monday. So those I've been gathering up. This is, I think, more. Yes, Texas poultry shrink bags. There you go, but nothing to do with long-term food storage right now. My high-speed internet router that I needed to return. Oh my. Because they didn't end up having service here. Yay. Let me move this out here. Okay, pair of socks. That needs to go out here to a clean laundry basket. This is my Sharp Shopper rice that I've been saving up. And then these are 10-pound bags for Walmart. These were less than $5. So this is where in moving, things have stacked. This is a bag of flour that I ripped a hole in. I remember getting them. No, this is more poultry. I just keep going to those bags. Lots of things. Could be over here in this pile though. Oh, I think I found them. Please, 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 please. Mylar Pro. Okay. Yay! Well, that wasn't too long. And this is where, if you're at my house and you need copy paper, some more Anna Green Gables books, some reading books, we do use stuff out of this box. And there's just stuff. Again, the sun is shining. I am not focusing on all these minute details. We will be here soon enough. But you know what I'm already asking myself? Where did I put my oxygen absorbers? I bet they're in that box too. See, I remember when this stuff came, setting it all together in a very safe place because we had lots of unpacking going on. MylarPro.com. On Amazon, the Mylar bags were out. This website I learned about from Karen's book. She also has some other recommendations on where you can find them, but I could not get them on Amazon, but I can get them directly from the company. So, and I might have only ordered 10 anyway. Yes, perfect. So yeah, I ordered 10, so I wouldn't have enough to do those other 10 buckets. Let me tell Travis so he doesn't think it's on fire. If you haven't gotten this yet, comma, it's not on fire for today now, period. Thank you though, period. And if you already got them, comma, thank you for that too, period. See, I talk nice to myself. So we're gonna find the oxygen absorbers. These were, let's see here. Okay, these are 6-gallon, 20 by 30 inch Mylar Pro bags. They were $9 for 5, so I spent $18 and $5.95 shipping. So I spent $23.95. Again, MylarPro.com. And again, in Karen's book, she teaches about the enemies of food storage. And I liked this method that she described that you're going to get the book and read more about. We're going to put this in here. We want more room in them because once we put the food in, we're going to seal this with our board. It's happening. We're doing it. Look at us. Learning things, doing things. Zion's going through helping me look for my little pack of oxygen absorbers, but look what I found. I have been missing my other rack. We have these 2 pans. I have this rack that sits in it, and I do bacon and sausage and do meats on them. It helps the grease drip down. The pans are about that deep, and I've been missing my second one because I need to do 2 pans full, especially for this size. So got something good in life going on. Now, let me tell you, a good YouTuber, a real YouTuber would have gotten all their stuff together first. And then you got me. They heard me. I knew you were there. I knew it. We found them. See, this is like all of life, right? You try to do something, you get a roadblock, you keep on trying, it all works out. So, yes, I don't know what all this means, okay? I know when I read the one article, you know, makes me a Google expert, on Preparedness Mama, she was talking about one of the 300cc oxygen absorbers takes care of the equivalent of a gallon of air in one of these 5-gallon buckets. So if you're doing a 5-gallon bucket, to put 5 of the 300cc, whatever it means, in there. In Karen's book, she talked about using the 2000. So this is what I ordered. I guess I have maybe 36. What's the quantity? I have a lot of oxygen absorbers. So again, learning, figuring things out. Okay, look at them. They're beautiful. They look like someone who knows what they're doing is doing something, but we're figuring it out. And then I apparently have an assistant. Do you know what to do with these buckets, Miss Kodak? Yeah, this is our mama kitty. You enjoying your restful, quiet time in the house? Mm-hmm. I see you, girlfriend. You're so pretty. So here is how they are packaged. Each package has 10, so I will just open one of these. Not yet, though. Let's have 40 in here. Are they all 10? Yes. So that is good. Means I can do more buckets. These were another thing that were hard to find, but I'm 99.9% sure I did find these on Amazon. I'll link them below if I can find them again for you, or at least link you over to where you can begin your own rabbit trail. I'm gonna start with the rice here. These are 10-pound bags. In Karen's book, she wrote down how many pounds can go in the different gallon buckets. I think it was 25 pounds or so. Again, get the book. It was really good. I'm going to just jump in and do this. So that was 20 pounds of rice in one. I've got about 4 to 5 inches of headspace there in the bucket. This is a 20-pound bag, still in its packaging. $12.99 at Sharp Shopper. I think for this one, I'm just gonna try to put the whole bag in. This might be the worst thing ever. What do you think? You're not here to tell me. Although this Mylar I've heard can tear. Although the one lady on Preparedness Mama repackaged things in Ziploc. So, I'm gonna give it a go. I sent Zion to get me some tape that I can write on the lids. And say in my Facebook group that our chit chat starts in 20 minutes. Look, Zion, I'm labeling buckets ahead of time. Who am I? My cat is nursing a kitten at my feet here. I don't know. Do you want to see that? I don't know. I'm going to show you. If you don't want to see a baby kitten and a mama cat, don't look. There you go, Kodak. Use a good mama. She just thoroughly washed that baby. These are stump tail kitties, so yeah, that's why the tail end's there. And here's 2 25-pound bags of rolled oats that I got from Sharp Shopper. Their price held consistent there. I'd like to get one of these 25-pound bags of rolled oats in this bucket, but let's see. Testing out the strength of our stool. Travis wrote me, he did pick me up those other 10 lids, and I have 10 more buckets. And I have enough oxygen absorbers. I need to get an order in tonight for these Mylar bags, because after these 2, another bag of oatmeal, I have 3 left. And I've got more stuff. Okay, folks, okay. Just realized with my Facebook chat for the private community group with Karen had some time about an hour off between her central time and my eastern time. So she was laughing, but we worked it out. We're still going for it. Got a half hour now until I have to do that. So I'm gonna try to get everything in buckets. These are hard white wheat berries, which Some of you have asked me in reference to what wheat berries are used for. You can use them with a grain mill, a flour mill, and mill your own flour, your own grain. Now these were in stock and probably are still in stock on Amazon. I know there was no flour locally for a bit, and I know there were no wheat berries locally for a bit. That's why it was a big deal when I found that 50-pound bag of wheat berries at Sharp Shopper. I've got 2 bags of hard, 1 bag of soft, and then my other stuff, I've got flour. If I can get my oxygen absorbers here, if I order them today and get them in a few days, I should still be able to get all that stuff in buckets safely. Actually, I can do my math better on it now on how many buckets I need for the remaining items. Let's see, for the flour, it's probably 2. The sugar is probably 1, and then the wheat berries is probably 2. So it's 5 buckets. So that means I could go to Sharp Shopper and get a few more things. Again, they have pallets and they have a lot there to fill my last 5 buckets. And then I will have 20 buckets, over 100 gallons of various items in my long-term food storage. And that is a good thing. In real life time, it is 7, and my live chat in the Facebook group is at 7:30. So I'm gonna get these filled, clean up the mess, go do that, do some other hopping around, and then this evening we will get the iron and the board, get all these closed up and sealed, and then I'll show you where I'm putting them. My food storage room is 2/3 full of furniture and camping things and things that need to be organized, put away, donated. So it's not how I want it yet, but we're getting there. So back to my stuff in the foyer there, those 150 pounds there, that will probably take 6 buckets. So that means I have 4 more buckets in what I already have. Get a few more bags of stuff. All right, so I'll be back in 2 seconds video time, only it'll probably be darker outside. You gotta stay tuned because we gotta iron and we gotta use the board. You gotta see how that works out. You are so right. You get fuzzy hair and hat, Jamerrill. Well, didn't, wasn't, didn't, couldn't, shouldn't. I should say, should've, could've, would've, but didn't. Yeah, so have not returned to these storage buckets. Again, remember, this is a vlog. This is not a tutorial where I am showing you what you should do. So it's been 24 hours. I am sure you are not supposed to fill your long-term food storage buckets and then leave them sit there on your dining room table and not get back to them for 24 hours. But I did, I've done it, I've conquered that. If that's what we were supposed to do, I did that one well. So anyway, it's okay. It's a new day. Now we're going to work on heating up this iron and getting this board and sealing these things. Let's figure this out. Okay, so step 1, I'm gonna plug this iron in. There are tools to seal these properly, and this is just something I read about. In our exclusive chit-chatty Facebook party, which of course if you still join Large Family Table Community, I have it organized. If you go to the private Facebook group, there are tags on the side, and so I did a special tag just for our live chit-chat party last night, and so all the questions that we asked Karen and she answered live for us are there for future reference. She also has a new workbook. I don't have the workbook. I should get one. The workbook, she goes into more detail about listing all the foods that you can put in long-term storage and different things that she's learned, and to help you plan your long-term storage. I learned a lot by reading this book, but the workbook looks super helpful as well, and that's something brand new out. So I will get that because again, I'm just starting. Smell that iron. Okay. Oh, and perfect. There's 10 oxygen absorbers because I need to do those quickly. So we're gonna pull the Mylar bag up as tall as we can get it, and then here's another little tip Karen shared in the exclusive party chit chat, but she shared so much. One thing in particular, folks asked her if they could reuse the Mylar bags, and she said that you can. Obviously you have to do it below where you cut your seal. It's interesting. Look into it yourself. Your mileage may vary. Okay, so I feel nervous doing this, but let's She said put the board across. I'm gonna work on sealing each bag. I'm gonna do that on each one. Then we will go through and pop an oxygen absorber in each one. And then we will quickly do the rest of the seal. You got all that?
Oh, wow.
Wow. Amelia's got great hair. You having a great time? There are hot bar, I don't know what you really call them. They look like these bars on Amazon. And they're sealers for these bags. And you can also use those. I'll link everything I got in the description below, including Karen's book and workbook and the Preparedness Mama blog. I think that's it. I don't know how long to do it for, so let's just see if we're okay here. It's hot on both sides. And I've got enough room to pop an oxygen absorber through. Okay. Wow. Did it. I just saw a hole in my Mylar. I'm sure is not helpful. So that's probably me holding it on it too long. I think we're good though. I went back over it. I should probably say, since I'm using an iron, obviously do this at your own risk. Be careful. Don't have your children around. Have everybody clear out. Mama's got a board and an iron. Everybody move. All right, so now it's the oxygen absorber time. Okay, so again, in the one blog post I had read, she had said the 300cc oxygen absorber for 5-gallon buckets, you would need 5 of those. In Karen's book, she suggested just one of the 2,000. So there's 10 in here. Gonna do it quick. Here, I wanna set my timer. Let's see how long. Karen said as soon as you open them, they start absorbing. Even though these buckets, you know, in theory should be good for 20 or 30 years, I should probably work them into a rotation and actually use them within 5 years or so, only because, and now I can't quote Karen directly, but this is what I was thinking. She talked about troubleshooting your food storage. She talks about that in her book. And so the only way to know if what you're doing is correct and if it's sealing correct and preserving correctly, and here I am talking and I still have 2 more buckets, you have to use it while you're learning, and you have to learn to use it. She talks about learning to use your food storage before you need it, actually doing things with it so that in an emergency, it's not like, okay, now what do I do with this? Anyway, as always, I don't have a full plan in place other than I want to do this. I want to learn more. I want to continue to grow in this food preservation and emergency food storage area. This is a start. Let's get some buckets full. And you know I'm going to be doing 10 more buckets. So be sure to, in those comments, those who know, let me know what else I need to consider and research and do different with the next 10. Already, now that I've done it, I'm almost done. It's the last bag. Look at us, we're sealing the last bag. Now that I've done it, I feel like we can do things. And so last night I ordered 10 more of the Mylar bags, this time off of Amazon, since the site was out of stock. And I have everything, well I've got 3 bags of food. I do need to get some more food for those buckets. But now I have some personal experience on what will hold. So I think a 25-pound bag of oatmeal, we learned that's 2 buckets, so a 50-pound bag would be about 4. The rice, I got about 20 pounds per bucket. So then I just wanted to show you like inside. Oh, so sheesh, all of that took me, look, 14 minutes. Okay, let me just clear. That took way too long. So, I'm putting my hands in here. It is sealed. It is sealed, and then on the outside, it is sealed. So, just roll this in. Okay. So this is white rice. This is more white rice. This is rolled oats, hard white wheat berries, soft white wheat berries, then another rolled oats, more rolled oats, more rolled oats, white rice, hard white wheat berries. Okay, we need to go unplug this iron. Does not know what kind of life it is living now. It's like, okay, maybe my purpose is to seal food storage buckets. So then these lids, now those Gamma lids, the Gamma lids in 1 bucket are $30 each on Amazon. So that's quite an investment. When I was making my purchases, none of the Gamma lids were even in stock. So these lids came free, were included with, I'm pretty sure, these buckets. No, I think I'm lying. I'll link below. I think the lids were very cheap. So even though they look flimsy, it's on there tight. Buckets were a couple bucks. The lids must have been within $1. All the Mylar I told you was $18. The oxygen absorbers, I'll link below, but I'm gonna say within 20. I don't think I have much over $100 in the 10 buckets, the 10 lids, 40 oxygen absorbers, 10 Mylar bags. Now, the other buckets we've determined are my mystery buckets, but when I go to pull the links for this video, I will confirm that. So the buckets with the Gamma lids being $30, and that's just one seller I saw currently on Amazon, which can change. That is another way to go. I would like to invest in those lids, and I don't even know enough to talk about them other than they're a type of amazing lid used in long-term food storage. So if you got some, if you got a connection for some, if you want to make some investments in food storage, I'll get some and we'll learn about those lids, but I'm not getting any yet. I wanted to get going. Okay, so here we have it. We did it. We bought, we loaded, we sealed, we did the oxygen absorbers. These are the buckets that are now going down to the basement. And let's look, we'll just do some future planning here for a moment. Yes, with these other bags. Oh, I forgot about this. This is a 20-pound bag of whole wheat flour. This one I ripped the hole in. So, or I think that's 50-pound bag. So 50-pound bag of wheat flour, 50-pound bag of King Arthur flour, 50-pound bag of wheat berries, 50-pound bag of sugar. So I'm thinking these alone will probably take 8 buckets. And then I could get maybe one more 25-pound bag of oatmeal, and that'll fill the last 2. And then we'll order some more buckets. Yay! Be sure to let us know in the comments below if you have done long-term food storage and how it's worked for you. And drop your favorite resources and links to blog posts and anything in particular in reference to long-term food storage that I should read and that other viewers should read, because we're going to learn this together, just like we're learning canning and gardening and all the other farming things. We're doing this now. And of course, remember, less than a week left to join my large family table community for a super discounted rate. Super exciting. Go to largefamilytablecommunity.com. It'll be the first link in the description below. And again, all the other resources that I mentioned will also be linked down there. We just have a good old time, and I'll see you real soon with another brand new video. Bye-bye.